If you want the full Pass the Orcs experience, you need to be listening in the playlist.
Check the description of this soundbite, click the link, and there you'll find the playlist. Turn shuffle off and enjoy. MTM House with the beautiful chairs that we're sitting on, courtesy of Nadia Rosa styling and piecing everything together as she so perfectly does. Howls with the intro track, our friend Justin out of Low End Therapy, aka Kip Pop, aka the original Paper Chain Genius. Backchat Studios, Backchat Victoria, congrats on the new spot. TB, Tommy Barrass, BT, TB50, Melbourneite Hawks, fullback. Who have we got here with us today?
Thanks for the intro, Matt. That was as crispy as I've heard. Nice work.
I'm locked in, Matt.
Yeah, good. Today we have my most organic and best Melbourne friend, who is the husband of my partner, my now wife's best friend, Ange, and is a man who's sort of developed my taste in a very short time. Super interesting. We've coined him Nickopedia, because at every dinner he's given us the history of the 1913 Milk Act and how that, influenced the interior styling of the buildings in the time. So today we have with us a man named Nick Foley. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Can I just clarify? It's actually Nick Folanaki. Is that something?
No, it's Nick Flounis is my name.
Is that right?
Yeah, it's my birth name. Nick Foley was a stage name given to me through my DJing. It's a big part of my life. So I'll go with any term, but originally it was Nick Flounis is my name.
And just for everyone at home, because Matt's already heard it, there's a reason why I've got you on the potty today. We've had some really amazing Pass the Orcs sessions already in the little Audi and out the back of Gloria's, which I'll let you tell us all about. But Nick has a large history in the music scene, especially here in Melbourne, and has done all number of different things, and I really can't wait to get into it, because you've taught me so much about A, music, but B, the Milk Act of 1913 and all the rest of the things in Melbourne. So I want to let you get stuck in.
Man, I reckon I want to go back to traditional Greek upbringing, and we sort of touched on before the mics turned on that the culture and the dance culture within Greek music is almost like the direct route, or maybe the indirect route is the better way of putting it, towards your life in dance music and touring and all the things. Do you want to take us back to sort of your upbringing with Greek music and how that sort of set you up?
Yeah, I think just having a Greek background and living in a migrant household, you're obviously influenced by what you're hearing, and Greek culture is really in unison with dancing. Most Greek regions in Greece have their own type of dance with different steps. And growing up in a Greek household, going to Greek school, you're learning these dances. And when you're then meeting up with all your relatives and friends at events, you're dancing. You're basically doing what you've taught, what you've learnt.
Barbecue, street party, like once a month, you're all getting together.
Yeah,
the cousins,
and you're dancing.
Uncles, everyone's dancing.
So I mean, like dance is what was really the focal point of my early interest in music, and it was cool. Where can I go out and dance? Whether that's an underage nightclub or a nightclub or a Greek event, I'm dancing. And so that was a real easy, route to get into DJing after the fact, because I was in these environments where people are dancing, and then wanted to take control of that vibe as such.
And you were saying, again, before, that there's maybe a certain difference in beat and unique nature of the sort of Greek drumming, dancing cadence.
Well, there's like in traditional and pop music, there was very often it is 4 beats to a bar, 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe you can get some swing stuff or some different soul music, which will be 6/8, which is 6 beats to a bar, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh no, it's not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But with like some Balkan music, there's 5s and 7s, which is really kind of confusing if you don't grow up with it.
Yeah, and interesting. Yeah, I mean, it's floor to the floor. That's house music. That's the beat that we all dance to. There's a track about it, right, four to the floor.
Yeah, absolutely, man. And then, so sort of teenage year, Nick, you have like a career now in hospo, but you sort of started waiting tables and getting in that whilst you were DJing at the same time.
Yeah, I think talking about my involvement with music, it's been 20 years. So I DJ'd for 10 or 12 years, and went from DJing into running events, running parties, DJing, and then got into music festivals, and part of the music festival, the curation of acts. So being an agent and dealing with international artist management, to actually putting on the event and managing that aspect of the event, and the marketing associated with it. So, and then owning nightclubs, and now going into a hospitality, still in hospo, being in the nightclub game, and just something that's not entertainment focused for the first time.
Yeah,
so
maybe the doors shut a little bit earlier, and it helps with family life.
Yeah, that as well. Yeah, for sure.
So when was your first sort of experience as working in music? Like, I'm talking, are you 17 and you're playing shows at nightclub?
No. So I was out of high school, and then started going to nightclubs frequently, and then started kind of wanting to DJ at like 19, 20. But yeah, I had involvement in running underage nights and events from when I was like 18, where I started putting them on for kids in local halls, and then running large scale festival type events for the kids.
So who introduced you to that industry, or that was just natural to you? You're really good at it.
I think that the event organisation stuff is just something where we're growing up going to these underage events, and I was like, I want to run one. I want to organise one. And I actually did. The first event I ever ran is a funny story with one of my closest mates, best mates, a guy called Michael Carolla, and we ran the school formal after party. So you had the school formal.
I reckon TV
finishes at 11 o'clock.
Of them back in the day.
And we were like, let's put on an after party at the local footy club, because it's across the road from our school. So we finish at 11, and from 11 onwards we'll sell tickets. So we got all the schools. We put a flyer together. We called it Puppy Promotions. I remember it clearly.
Sick.
And the school got wind of it. We'd sold like 80 tickets. The school found out about it.
What were the tickets worth?
Like $5. I think they were $5 or $10.
So you're absolutely rolling in it at that stage.
Yeah. And so the school found out about it and called us into the principal's office, and they basically gave us an ultimatum. They said, it's one or the other. This party happens or the school formal. So we were like, okay, cool. But
thank you.
Being very entrepreneurial at the time, we were like, cool, but we've actually spent money that we can't get back.
Yeah.
So the school ended up writing us a check not to run the event, which is a really cool, true story, which I've forgotten about. But we actually got a check, and we gave it to Michael's mum, and she banked it for us. And I think it was $500 or something.
Did you already spend 500, and you maybe...
From memory, we fudged the figures a little bit.
Yeah. Man,
but I reckon it was that long ago,
You got to get paid for your time, mate.
Got paid from the school to not run an event. So our first experience in running events was profitable, and kind of probably gave me the bug, to really get into it. So
I think this is no more perfect time than to go to a couple of tracks from that time in your life. I'm really excited about the stories you're about to tell, because I'm locked in, man.
Yeah, cool.